Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So take the messages that do and check out your other placements because you may have messages there as well. All right, let's see. For Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, what is the energy around the week ahead for Capricorn? Okay, two cards flipping over. A personal issue reaches resolution and nothing is yet set in stone. Very interesting. These two cards coming out together makes me feel like Capricorn has already decided what the ending is to this personal issue. And so I think we're seeing nothing is yet set in stone to remind you, Capricorn, that you never know how things are going to work out. And I sigh because I looked at the bottom of the deck and it says believe in the impossible. So Capricorn, I feel like this could be coming through because maybe you're having a week where you feel like whatever this personal issue is, that it's never going to resolve itself, and that it's almost feeling like you've already decided that the outcome isn't going to be in your favor. And so I think we're seeing this nothing is yet set in stone and the believe in the impossible, because it might take on a shape that you can't even imagine right now. So your job, Capricorn, this week is to hold your faith that all will be well, and that you can believe in the impossible. You can surrender to the belief of anything is possible, and that nothing is yet set in stone. So I feel like you've already counted your what's that expression? You've sort of counted the chickens before they've hatched, or whatever that expression is. But you're doing it in a way that's like you're it's almost like you feel like, well, it's not going to work out, or this personal issue isn't going to resolve itself. Or it won't come into resolution, and then that it almost feels like you think nothing can possibly impact this situation. And so I think you're really being guided to see that you can believe in the impossible, because the outcome hasn't been created yet, but there is a resolution in sight. But it might not be as lost as it feels. I feel like Capricorn, I feel a hopeless energy here. So let's see what the tarot cards will reveal to us for Capricorn. Oh, that's too many. Let's do that again. For Capricorn. Okay. What's going on for Capricorns? Okay, yeah, so there's some kind of conflict happening here. There's a separation, something that is hurting you. It feels like you may have taken something personally instead of trying to understand the underlying reasons for it. It's been a moment where something may have happened through communication, through words or actions, and it's left you feeling separate from something. So this could be the personal issue that is coming up for you. That's the outcome's not set in stone. So don't feel that it's all for naught. And that's exactly the energy that you have. Yeah, because I felt that. There's the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is very pessimistic about outlook. The perspective of this card is one that things are not good. Like this, thumb down. And so it's like something happened and it affected you greatly. It may have created a separation or a conflict between you and another person, or you and an opportunity, or you could be feeling left out of something. There could be an experience here that you feel rejection, you feel it feels hopeless. It feels like your response to whatever this situation was for you left you feeling hopeless, and that, very pessimistic about the outlook and the outcome of this scenario. It doesn't feel like you have hope that things will turn around or be resolved. Yeah, Ten of Cups in reverse. And it could be due to a lack of communication or a lot of misunderstandings between you and another person. Or again, it could be causing those emotions because you're sort of feeling like you're not going to reach any sort of fulfilling outcome. It's almost like you've decided the outcome already, Capricorn. You've already decided what the outcome is. And your reading is saying to you, nothing is set in stone yet. Believe in the impossible. There's more to this than you realize. There's that moon card reminding you that there could be more to this than you realize. You've got the blue moon here, full moon in Cancer, and another full moon in the moon card. So there is a lot of unknown factors here at work. This on the surface hurt you. But this could have been a catalyst to initiate a whole new timeline for you, Capricorn. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. It's the Magician. Interesting. So this is not the week to be sort of doubting yourself or doubting miracles or doubting the impossible or even thinking that things could be impossible. This is the time to really focus on the potential and to see everything as leading you towards something that's for you. I feel like you're on a journey here, and the first step is to let go of any limiting beliefs and to be confident that no matter what's going on, it's going to resolve itself. You're going to be okay. And I feel like saying that you're going to be okay is important because it feels like you're thinking, how can I possibly keep going? How can I possibly keep going when I feel this lost, or I feel this hopeless, or I feel sort of this intense lack of confidence that's coming from a place of fear? But it's interesting because we see here that you're expecting losses. You're expecting losses, but actually I feel like that period of loss is turning around. The worst is over, Capricorn. You've made it through the worst of this. And I think that whatever's been going on recently for you has brought you almost to your knees here. You're in a place where your confidence is low. Your fear is high. There's an inability to see anything positive in your circumstance right now. You're taking things from others very personally. You're not feeling like your happy days are coming. And yet, I feel like that's all going to turn around here. And I think we're seeing the Magician because it's really important for your mindset to be in a different place right now, and it could be that you're bringing a lot of these sort of feelings like it's almost unused potential or unfocused energy, or it kind of makes me wonder if you've been feeling like you don't know what to do with yourself. Like you're not even sure how to put one foot in front of the other in the last few recent days, weeks. It feels like there's been a buildup here, but that the worst is over. It's almost like we're seeing that Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck in reverse to sort of give you this signal that you've made it to the end of this cycle. You've got two tens here. You've got the Ten of Swords and you've got the Ten of Wands. You might be at a place because it feels rock bottom. That's the phrase I was searching for. It feels like you're hitting a rock bottom this week. And that may sound like, oh, thanks for that. Thanks for that message. But this is exactly when the turnaround is going to happen. You know what I mean? Like this is when you've reached this place of you can't possibly go any further down this road. And so things start to turn around. And I think that's why we're seeing this Five of Pentacles in reverse at the sort of the tipping point here of your reading, because you're about to experience a shift in the direction of things. But you've got to sort of let go of those negative emotions. Okay? That's the part of this that you do have control over, Capricorn. You've got to let go of those negative emotions and remind yourself that feeling helpless and feeling like a victim does not help you move ahead. If anything, it just creates fear and isolation, and it creates this greater resistance to a more positive outlook. These feelings of low self-esteem that we see with the King of Pentacles in reverse is sort of echoed here, but it's this idea that's actually what's keeping you from experiencing a more full experience, if that makes sense. That the first thing is you have to believe you're worthy of it. That's the first thing, is you must believe you're worthy of it. And then once you believe that you're worthy, and you know that you're worthy just by being you, things might start to feel better on the inside. I feel like the turmoil you're experiencing right now is an inner turmoil. It's an inner turmoil, and it's causing a very low perception of the self right now. And it's really building up a lot of fear. There's an immense opportunity through this rock bottom feeling for healing, and an opportunity here to bring those shadowy perceptions of the self to light, to say, to yourself, I'm feeling like a victim, or I feel like my self-worth is gone, or I feel like I'm never going to make it out of this rock bottom place, and to really explore that shadow. I feel like you're in a place right now where you must keep your heart open, and you must sort of try to bring your thoughts consciously around to a more positive outlook, because that's where you're going to find some answers. You know what I mean? It's interesting. I feel like right now, by sort of feeling that almost disintegration, or that separation from your true essence, you're feeling that low feeling very intensely right now. And so really nurture yourself. Really take care of yourself this week. Nurture yourself. Remind yourself that nothing is set in stone. Stop trying to predict the outcome by virtue of this rock bottom vibe you're in. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes when we're in this place and we think, well, everything is shit. Nothing's going to work out. And then we start to sort of really go down this road where it just doesn't end up serving us. But sometimes it can be very illuminating to sit in that place for a bit. But it feels like there could be this feeling. It almost feels like you don't, I said this already, but it almost feels like you don't think you're worthy of an outcome that is in your favor. That's what it feels like looking at this. It feels like you're needing some self-care. You're needing to let go of some baggage from the past that is telling you that you're not worthy of a positive outcome, that you're not worthy of thriving. Why Capricorn? That's the question to almost focus on, is why do I believe that? Why do I believe that I'm not worthy of thriving? Of course I'm worthy of thriving. You know what I mean? Like, that's a question to sit with this week, and to see how are your beliefs about yourself impacting you, Let's see here for Capricorn. What is the final guidance of this reading for Capricorn? Feeling a little low this week. We got 2 cards coming out for you. Oh, 3 actually. Oh my goodness, they're all so perfect for this reading. We have believe, self-sabotage, and hope. So this is it. That's the vibe of this. This is self-sabotaging you, these kind of beliefs. And I think we're seeing the Magician as a reminder that you've got to shift what's going on the inside before you see a shift in the outside. Self-sabotage says here, when we learn to get out of our own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent us from achieving our true goals. It's the inner voice that derails those very carefully woven plans. Very interesting, Capricorn. Food for thought here. Believe. The force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible. The difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. And this whole reading started with this believe in the impossible card. So it's really, this is a week for you to stretch your belief system and to really get out of your own way here, you know, to not allow any sort of inner narrative to derail you from feeling like you're worthy of thriving. Capricorn, the final card you got here is hope. It says here, your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whether you're caught up in difficult situations or struggling with someone specific in your life, there's always hope. And I feel like you feel a lack of hope. You feel a lack of hope. You feel a lack of worthiness this week. And, you know, it almost feels like this is shadow time. This is shadow work time. You're on a path. You're on another awakening. You're on another rebirth. And so you're cycling, and right now you're in the low point of the journey, in the sense of that rock bottom feeling. And by succumbing to that and saying, well, I guess this is it. This is how it all ends. And being so final, you're self-sabotaging yourself. If anything, I would take this week to just nurture yourself and turn those inner dialogues around to believe again. You might need to just play this week. You might need to have some fun this week. I'm almost tempted to pull another card for you just to see what would sort of be the most helpful activity, or let's see here. What do you need to surrender or surrender to in order to sort of support you while you're in this low vibe, while you're at this point of the journey that we all go through multiple times? What does surrender to your full power. Surrender stubbornness. And there was, I feel like, another card in here for you. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. That is the full power card. And surrender to silence. Yeah, you need a moment of stillness here. The stubbornness card says if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate in a more loving way to yourself and to others. The surrender to silence card says in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. I feel like going within and being gentle with yourself this week is what's going to serve. Don't take any decisions out of a rigid perspective. Try to be more gentle and yielding when it comes to the way you communicate with yourself this week, Capricorn. Your reading went on for a bit longer than the rest. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this has been helpful. If it's resonated, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, or leaving me a comment, letting me know how it did fit with your current situation. Excuse me. I'm sending you so much love and light, my friends. We'll see you soon. Take care.